Hello peeps and welcome back to... Oh, that was perfect timing, the rain just stopped. Welcome back to Skyfactory With Friends, Episode 5. We're going to be doing something a little bit different today. I've been getting a lot of comments over the last year or so about my videos saying that, yeah, we get a lot done in 40 minutes, but people just don't have the time to sit down and watch 40-minute videos. So they're saying 40 minutes is too long, so we're going to try a new format. I'm actually going to try and cut it down to like 10-minute bits. Therefore, gives everyone a little bit better chance to, watch a video on your break or whatever. However, that being said, life being what it is, we got the start of a house over there. Life being what it is, my recording time is going to be cut a lot in the near future. I'm probably only going to be able to record once a week or so. So, yeah, it comes at kind of a bad time because of the whole 5-minute format change, but what are you going to do, right? So, yeah, we're going to do 5-10 minutes per video. Probably do like 10 today. But we're already a minute in, so we probably better get to work. We're going to start doing the mob farm. Now, there's a couple of things about mob farms that we need to know before we get started here. Number one is that mobs have two different types of drops. They have a common drop and they have a rare drop. The common drop from a mob can be produced any way the mob dies. If it burns in sunlight, if it takes a fall, any of those death methods will cause a common drop. A rare drop is only triggered if the mob dies to some sort of player-interacted death. Like a player hitting it with a sword, or the mob being pushed into something that was built by a player that kills them, like an iron spike, or an autonomous activator or a turtle killing them, but since they both act like players. So, we are going to be using autonomous activators as the killing method for our mobs. The second thing that we need to know about mobs is that hostile mobs can spawn anywhere within a 15 by 15 chunk radius centered on the player, or chunk area centered on the player. So if I'm standing in this chunk here, 7 chunks that way, 7 chunks that way, 7 chunks that way, 7 chunks that way, the mobs can spawn anywhere in those areas, but they will not spawn if you're within 24 blocks of them. If you are more than 32 blocks away from them, they will stop moving around after 5 seconds and just kind of sit there and derp. And they will start randomly despawning after 30 seconds. So you need to kill the mobs pretty quick. If you are ever more than 128 blocks away from a mob, it'll despawn instantly. So we need the trap, for sure, to be closer than 128 blocks at all places. Preferably within about 32, or somewhere in that area, so that maybe mobs on the back end of the trap are not being affected by it, but as they get closer they come within that range and then they start, walking around and becoming aware of the fact that they're about to die. Yeah. That sounds like fun to me. So, we need autonomous actuators. And we are going to need probably a minimum of 3 of these things. So, we need 3 chests, 3 pistons, 3 pneumatic servos, and 6 tin. We'll grab us some tin out of here, some iron, some redstone. Do we have any glass?
No, not at the moment.
Okay, we'll need to make some glass. Or wait, yeah we do. We got some glass.
Oh, nice.
I took most of it. So yeah, this melee turtle's pretty much totally useless. What else do we need? We have glass, we have redstone, we need wood, and we need cobblestone. Well, cobblestone's not a problem. We got 600,000 of it over here now. Almost 700,000. Wood's not a problem. We finally got a little bit of organization going here.
Yeah, that was fun.
I imagine. Better you than me. Okay. 3 of you. 3 of you. And then we'll just spread this out. There we go. Pistons. I tell you what, this testificate thing is really driving me nuts. Alright, so, now we need the pneumatic servos. We need 3 of these also. We need 3 chests, which means we need even more wood. 6 wood worth. And
User joined
there
your
we go.
channel.
3 autonomous activators. A wild parasite has joined the channel.
Quick, catch him.
Do we have any safari nets? I don't think we have any safari nets.
Now, what do you need the safari net for?
To catch the wild parasite.
I have a golden lasso that's got an ocelot in it.
Eh. Alright. So, we got our autonomous actuators. Let's see, how's my time doing? We're at 6 minutes, so... the area that we had out there for the Mobtrap before, that's actually going to be a little too far away. We're going to need it to be a little closer than that. So we're going to break out this concrete, and between episodes we're going to tear out the old Mobtrap, but we're going to start building the start of a new one here.
Oh, I didn't even notice a big tree spawned.
I almost shift-clicked cobble out of the deep storage unit again. In case you didn't know, shift-clicking cobble out of the deep storage unit is very dangerous because it fills your entire inventory with cobblestone.
I wouldn't say really dangerous, just as annoying as hell.
Yeah. Annoying. That's a good word for it. Alright, so this here is going to be the killing floor. This is going to be where the mobs land. We're going to want to have the autonomous actuators facing in on this wall. And then we can give each one of these a sword. Need an axe, so we can chop away the planks. Troll axe, almost broken. There's a broken axe. Let's make another one. Where's the sticks? We don't have any sticks. There we go.
I've got a ton of wood in my inventory.
We got a few sticks. We got an iron axe.
Oh, I see what you mean by the creep pushing you to the side. Look what spawned! It's a kitty cat.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Another one?
ocelots in the house.
Great.
There was 4 of them earlier.
So
I
the
think they keep
Minecraft
jumping into the
house,
void.
the Minecraft house is becoming an exact replica of my real house, full of cats.
We should do that.
Fuck my life. Alright, and then somewhere around here, probably in one of these walls, we'll need to have a vacuum hopper. And that vacuum hopper is going to actually suck the mobs in for us. Now, this isn't going to be a drop trap, so we don't have to build this thing ridiculously huge, but we do need to take it up at least far enough that when we build our side platforms here and or actually no, what we can do is we can build a very large platform over there and then push the mobs into a central kind of funnel, and then funnel the mobs into here. So this doesn't have to be that tall. Maybe like 7 or 8 tall at max.
Hey, Dagger, how you doing on time?
Running really short. We only got like about a minute left. So I might have to finish building the structure for this mob trap off camera and then come back when I have time to record, which probably honestly won't be until at least Sunday. And you know, finish up or at least do as much of it as we can then. Yeah, I gotta call it for now. So sorry for the new format, peeps, but yeah, I mean, everyone's been telling me I need to start cutting my videos a little bit shorter, so we're gonna give the new format a try, and hopefully things get better for me and I can start recording longer episodes soon. But for right now, this has been Night
User
Dagger
left your channel.
with Let's Play Skyfactory with Friends, Episode 5, and we will catch you when we can catch you next.
Goodbye.
See you later.
Take it easy.